What's good everyone, it's your boy yadiiiigg, 4 eyes, 2 G's here, and today we're here to talk about Lil Yachty and Pierre. Now, if you guys weren't aware, it has come out that Yachty and Pierre's relationship has been through a bit of a rough period recently, and the two have had some falling out of sorts. But that's really just this moment right now. In this video, I wanted to place this all into context, because if you look at the span of Yachty's career, there has clearly been issues with him in regards to collab albums and collabing with people, and I think this Pierre situation just points to the whole overarching narrative of Yachty continuing to decrease and continuing to fall off while he's trying to grab these people for relevancy. So I want to break it down, get into it, let's go.
It's like the feds at the door, the way we shut it down. I was sleeping on myself, I had to wake up. I had to get it by myself, I found a way up. She sweet like sugar, getting dough, I got my cake up. And she wild under the sheets, walk up on makeup. Bad memories, my dreams, they make me stay up. And you know we get it in like a layup. Okay, so firstly, I want to break it back to like 2017-ish, and around this era, Yachty was coming out and announcing all these mixtapes with all different type of people that unfortunately never came out. As you can see on screen right now, he's talking about GB, which was a Glacier Boys mixtape that was meant to drop, which was with Migos and Gucci Mane. There was also a tape with Takeoff. There was also a tape with Lil Pump. There was also a tape with Trippy, and then on top of this, there was also a tape with Juice WRLD. So if we add these all together, we have the Takeoff, we have the Glacier Boys, we have Trippy, we have Pump, we have Juice. Those are 5 collab albums or mixtapes or whatever he announced that he was in the process of working on or were done or whatever that never dropped. Now, this is important because what has happened since 2017, Yachty has continued to be in a bit of a decline and hasn't really been able to get back on top, while most of those artists really took off after that period. So I think what happened is that really QC was just like, why would we even do all these collab mixtapes? Why would we prioritize these tapes over his solo music? Why would we spend all this money, split the money 50% or what have you, if Yachty isn't even hot, if Yachty's continuing to decline? So that's really important to note. Also, in relation to Pierre, it's also important to note that Pierre is super selective with releases. If you guys weren't aware what happened with the Pierre Bourne and 6ix9ine situation, of course, Gummo, 6ix9ine's breakout hit, was produced by Pierre. Basically, what happened here was this song by 6ix9ine was never meant to come out. Pierre actually had a recorded version of this song with his own vocals, but 6ix9ine basically just went ahead and released his own version without the permission of Pierre, and Pierre basically just had to cop it on the chin, and kind of like he reluctantly gave into releasing that song. If it wasn't for 6ix9ine just releasing that song without Pierre's permission, Gummo would have never came out. And there's been constant stories of this over the years where Pierre is very selective with the people he works with. He's very meticulous with his output, and if he doesn't want to do something, he's not going to do it. So this then brings us to the announcement of a Pierre and Yachty mixtape.
Yeah. Oh shit, you got me nervous. Hey, y'all ready for some Bo and Pierre? Yeah! Hold on. A whole tape? Yeah!
So as you can see right there, that was kind of the announcement of sorts that there was a whole tape on the way. Now, what happened since then was Yachty was on an interview with Mike Robson of Genius, and he talked on Pierre and his relationship. Of course, what's interesting to note is that Pierre was actually on Lil Bo 3. He produced one song, but Lil Yachty spoke on him in this interview right here.
Yeah, Bourne is weird, bro. I don't want to talk about Pierre. For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Me and Pierre used to be real tight. I don't know, bro. I don't even want to talk about it just, bro. I don't really know what the state of our relationship is.
So as you can see right there, from the top of the year with a whole tape announcement to right now where Yachty's saying they basically don't have a relationship, or he doesn't know the stance of their relationship, there's a very clear breakdown what happened there. And if I was to guess, again, just conspiracy theorist, guess, Pierre Bourne said, why the fuck am I doing a tape with Lil Yachty? Like, what would he actually get out of that? Yachty is the coldest he's ever been in his career right now. So what benefit would Pierre get from doing a tape with Yachty? That's one perspective on it, but there's also the label perspective on it. And from QC's perspective, if Yachty is the coldest he's ever been in his career and he has all this music with Pierre Bourne, what makes them want to release that music? Because if you've heard Yachty and Pierre's music across Yachty's career, they've done a few tracks together with Pierre on the production. They haven't been hits. They haven't exactly been that amazing, to be honest. It's not like they're mainstream friendly. It's not like they're massive songs on tapes or anything like that. They're just pretty average Yachty songs, to be completely honest. It's not like them particularly have like some sort of really good chemistry together, like a Pierre and Cardi or something like that. So QC's perspective, they're blocking that play every single time. And also from Pierre's perspective to consider, Pierre's got T-Lot 4 Deluxe, which is dropping this Friday. Pierre's trying to work on T-Lot 5. Pierre's also in the middle of the Whole Lotta Red and whatever sort of involvement he has on that. So if all those things are going on for Pierre right now, if he's working on 2 solo projects of his own, if he's working on a Whole Lotta Red as well, where does, Yachty fit in that picture? What benefit does he get from working with Yachty, dedicating a full tape towards Yachty at this point in time? There really isn't much, to be honest. So yeah, I just think, as I said, it's really indicative of the whole situation with Yachty right now. When we sit back and consider and we add Pierre to this list, we're now at 6 collab albums or mixtapes or what have you that Yachty has announced that have never seen the light of day, where there's never been any sort of a rollout or anything like that. You need to realize that that isn't by coincidence. Clearly the labels behind the scenes are going, hey, let's not make this move. Hey, this isn't a smart business decision. Why the fuck are we working with Lil Yachty right now? What benefit does that do to us? And to me, it's just really indicative of the whole Yachty fall off and the whole decline of Yachty when he has all these collab mixtapes that just never see the light of day. So yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on this whole situation. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. Before we finish this video, I want to give a couple of quick shout outs from the Instagram. Big shout outs to a whole lot of Parker, and big shout outs to Zen ISO for following me over on my Instagram. Appreciate you guys. If you guys don't follow your boy at yadiiiigg, make sure to go support your boy. And also the armor videos of mine on screen right now. Make sure to check them out if you haven't.